Ozil played a key role in both goals, and his man of the match display was instrumental in an impressive victory, which moves the Gunners back into fourth position in the Premier League. And Arsenal travelled to Sporting Lisbon in the Europa League on Thursday before going to Crystal Palace on Sunday. And Leicester City hosts West Ham next Saturday. And of course, our Central Coast Mariners said that Olympic sprint champion Usain Bolt is unlikely to sign a deal with the club without a financial contribution from a third party. The Mariners said they have made a contract proposal broken down into football and commercial terms, but Bolt will not train with the team until and if an agreement is reached. In outlining the football element of the proposed deal, the Mariners said Bolt had made great progression with them. And the 100-meter and 200-meter world record holder turned down a 2-year deal with Maltese champions Valletta FC this month. And the Jamaican retired from athletics in 2017 and has been on trial with the A-League side. And in basketball, LeBron James missed 2 crucial free throws and a game-winning shot as the Los Angeles Lakers fell to a dramatic 143-142 overtime loss to the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA. And James, who scored 32 points and handed out 14 assists, made a 3-pointer with 3 seconds remaining in regulation to force the game into overtime. But the Spurs ultimately denied James his first win as a Laker in the extra period. And that's it on Sport Update on Plus TV Africa. I am Udoka Njoku.
Many thanks, Udoka. And that's our news roundup of events at this hour. For more news updates, please follow us at Plus TV Africa on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube page. That's also at Plus TV Africa. We'll be back later with more stories making the headlines. Do please join us again. Thank you for watching.
Very important to care about politics because you should know what is going on around you. It's also very important to have a say in what goes on in your society. The political decisions people make will affect many lives. Many people see politics as the government and the laws being made. While that is true, it's way more complicated than that. It has everything to do with you. Every law that is made will impact many. Sometimes the decisions do affect people negatively. Therefore, it's very important to note that every vote that you cast will either break or make people. Politics with GA brings you the latest political news as well as insight and analysis that will discuss the most important issues that matter to you.
Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us on Tea Time. And you know how we do it right here. We bring you news, views and analysis. I'm Tekumbo Taiwo and I'm here with Just Ife Oshinkaya today.
What's up, bro?
What's up? What's up? What's new? What's good?
Everything is new, man.
You don't even sound excited saying it.
Yeah, like today's.
You're in a very bad mood.
Yeah, but we fine. We fine. We gonna be okay.
Go on. Are you going to tell us why you're in a bad mood?
No, I'm not going to put it out there. I think with time, everybody.
You don't want to do any shout out or anything like that?
I just want to say. Everyone watching out there, keep praying for Elsie. Elsie is not with us today for certain reasons, and I think our heart goes out to her, and I think you should all join us in prayers for Elsie, and she'll join us soon, hopefully. Thank you.
Okay, enough said without revealing, too much, so very good there. We're starting with this story. Davido declares Uncle Adeleke as governor of Osun at celebration. So it was the recently concluded celebration that, you know,
Yeah.
and Davido was the, you know, last or one of the last
the
last
DMW
performer.
crew actually
Exactly.
were the last two.
So during his final performance.
Yeah. So he took to the stage and then he said he wanted to shout out his uncle and he referred to him as the governor of Osun State. So this is just like Davido saying whatever INEC is saying is not true, and his uncle is still the governor. You know, the case is still going to court and all of that. So let's see how it plays out. But
So,
I think it's a lost battle, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's like crying over spilled milk.
Yeah.
Do you think this is like a slap to the face of INEC and to the opposing?
Well, if you feel betrayed by your electoral body and the people that are supposed to protect the interest, and then you feel like, oh, the election was rigged. I don't know, maybe he's talking from a biased point, but let's just, because we know this is Nigeria, corruption definitely exists here. So if the result is not what was announced to the public, then Davido has every right to lash out at INEC and say whatever. And besides, there's freedom of speech. It's whoever you regard as your governor. It's not, yeah, we might have a governor, but if I don't regard him as a governor based on personal reasons or things that I know personally, then I really don't see it as
I don't believe you, Ife. It's like what you're saying is just not adding up. It's just like saying, okay, we've got a president, and then you say because you don't think, you know, you voted for him, or because you don't think he's the president, then you say, okay, Osinbajo is the president, or someone else.
Let's put it this way. Who ran against Buhari in 2015?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Who was it?
What's his name again? God.
Who was it again? Oh, God almighty. Anyway.
Okay, let's use Lagos State. At least you know about Ambode and Jimmy Agbaje.
Exactly.
So let's assume I was in support of Jimmy Agbaje, and then Ambode became... And as far as I'm concerned, Jimmy Agbaje, I feel like the election was rigged and Ambode wasn't supposed to be the governor. I have every right to always... It's my opinion because this is who I support. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Davido has the right. It does.
Yeah,
It's
but what I'm saying is that I don't see you coming out to say, okay, Jimmy Agbaje was the, you know, is the governor of Lagos State presently.
Yeah, because that is my belief.
No, but you've not said so now. That's what I'm saying. At the time then, you know, but now, like 6 years later, you don't do that and then come out and say someone is there.
No, but this is not 6 years later. Davido is doing this.
Okay, 6 minutes later, 6 years later, 6 hours later, 6 days later, if I mean,
Davido had never agreed. At least he had always told us from the get-go that, look, the election was rigged. He was even warning us ahead that, look, they are going to rig the election. They are about to do this. He was informing us at every point in time. So I don't think he's just coming out to do this. He has always stood his ground that his uncle is the governor and is supposed to be the governor regardless of what any other person thinks.
Yeah, but, you know, okay, all that is fair and good, and I understand you, you know, like, looking at both sides, but at the end of the day, you saying it doesn't actually change the facts or what has actually happened or the politics that has taken place.
At least it doesn't change the fact that, well, I think this could also be a clue that, look, my uncle is going to run again. After this 4 years.
I don't think he needs to give us any clue. If his uncle is going to run again, they would just blatantly come out and say, my uncle is running again.
I have nothing against Davido for saying this because Davido has the freedom of speech to say whatever he wants to say and whoever he regards as governor. And it's from Osun State, so yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so how do you think, you know, people are reacting to this?
A lot of people are telling him to take the L, while some people are saying that we know it was rigged, but you have to let it go. You know, I saw a lot of reactions, and a lot of people are actually saying that they're in support. And somebody from Osun State actually said that he believes that Adeleke is the governor of Osun State, that he has done more for the people of Osun State than the government itself. So,
do you not think by saying this, some people are going to say, okay, Davido and his family are bad losers?
Well, everybody, like I said, everybody
to their own opinion. All right, then. Up next, Ike Ogbonna cries out after his wife Sonia flashed
ringless fingers.
Yes, ringless fingers. So, We talked about this yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Like, we just gave an highlight of it, but we didn't go into details. We didn't, because a lot of people are beginning to show a lot of love to Ike than one would expect, while some people are saying that you are just heartbroken, you need to go and fix things and don't come on social media, because he actually posted saying something like real relationships go through hell, and strong relationships go through
hell,
it, or something like that. So I think Ike hasn't come out to, I don't know if that's a reaction to what his wife posted, but in some way it feels like he was reacting to that, saying, okay, look, we're going through hell at the moment, but we would go through it. So he's letting us know that, okay, regardless of what is going on right now, we're walking through it, and hopefully I'll be back with my wife.
Do you think they're working through it, though, based on this social media stuff?
Well, based on what he's saying, I think he's trying to insinuate that they are walking through it, and then they'll probably get back together.
Funny enough, I don't get that feeling. I think, like, you know, they're going through such a difficult time. But anyway, you can't quote me on it, because, like, this is just my own personal opinion. Because I think if they were working at it, you know, she will still hold on to the ring. The ring is like the dead and final, like, I'm done with you.
Yeah, but she didn't throw it away. Like, and the thing is, Sonia hasn't even said anything about...
You know, she's been commenting beforehand, not prior to her removing the ring.
After she posted that picture, well, there are days where you just don't feel like wearing your ring. Do you know the problem?
No, but even when this whole scenario started, when regarding the name, her dropping his name, one of the things that she posted was that, you know, that they've gone through back and forth.
I'm not saying, like, the relationship is not going through some turbulent times.
And what I'm saying is that I think it's not just, I think it's coming to an end. For someone to actually remove their ring means, like, okay, they're done.
But Ike's response is not like saying...
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's covering up.
No, maybe she's done. But
that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Yeah. He's like, he's still having feelings.
He's still having feelings, and he's still trying to work it out.
Yes.
And then if you once loved somebody, there's at least there's 90% probability that you would love them again. So she might be bitter, she might be hurt. We don't know what Ike did, or we don't know what she did. We don't know why they are going through these troubled times in their relationship. But I believe that if they can sit down, communicate, talk about it, maybe things can... And again, she's been away for a while now. The last time when she dropped her name, she wasn't in Paris. I think she was somewhere else. You get, I think Dubai or something. When she was with her son and she was talking about the only, I'm your dad and your mom or something like that. She wasn't, so she's been traveling a lot. So maybe this is just time to...
I think that's an excuse. When a relationship
No, I think this is just time to get her head straight. Like, she's trying to... You don't know, maybe when her vacation is over, she'll come back to Nigeria. What I'm saying is
that a vacation is not hindering you, a relationship or a communication. There are so many communication channels,
and then, if you know, Ike is like one of the Nollywood... hot boys, so he's one of the sweet boys, you get. So I'm sure...
Do you think she's bothered about that?
Well, I think if I have to guess what is causing trouble in their relationship, I would say it's Ike infidelity. Maybe he's cheating on her or something like that. But man, if I have a woman like
as far as you
Sonia,
know, has any story come out like that before? I don't remember.
No.
Okay.
Nothing like that so far. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's even actually doing that, because I think from everything, he's still very much in love with her.
Yeah, definitely. You can be in love with somebody and still cheat on them.
I don't think so.
Yes, you can.
I don't believe you.
It happens all the time, bro.
Okay. Unless you're telling me, you know, something you've done in the past, you know, that I can understand.
Yes,
but not
it's something I've done in the past.
Exactly,
I've been in love,
but you can't use that and generalize.
Trust me, 90% of men can relate to what I just said.
You're pulling out figures once
I'm
again.
I'm telling you,
all right.
We have to do a Me Too movement for men that agree to what I'm saying right now. I'm telling you, the streets of Lagos will be packed.
Time for a break, but when we return, we'll be bringing you the latest scoop, the latest news, the latest headline on popular Nigerian singer Femi Kuti. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, Abayomi Alvin here, Nollywood actor. You keep on watching Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. And you know what's up? Big stories live here.
yet over. The Get a Lot in Millions promo is still on. 110 people have won up to 65 million naira already, and you can be one of them, as there is 31 million naira still available to be won. You stand a chance to become a millionaire. All you have to do is walk into a Fidelity Bank near you and open an account with 10,000 naira or pay in 10,000 naira to your already existing account, and you stand a chance to win 1 million, 2 million and 3 million naira in the monthly draw. Grow your account to 50,000 naira and stand a chance to win up to 5 million naira. That's not all. Lots of consolation prizes like refrigerators and generators to be won. Rush now to the Fidelity Bank near you and start saving for a chance to become a millionaire in the Fidelity Get a Lot in Millions promo.
We're Fidelity. We keep our word.
I don't get a lot, God do it.
It's very important to care about politics because you should know what is going on around you. It's also very important to have a say in what goes on in your society. The political decisions people make will affect many lives. Many people see politics as the government and the laws being made. While that is true, it's way more complicated than that. It has everything to do with you. Every law that is made will impact many. Sometimes the decisions do affect people negatively. Therefore, it's very important to note that every vote that you cast will either break or make people. Politics with GA brings you the latest political news.
The video clearly. He never mentioned that, look, I'm not in support of Buhari.